Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love, and I am back with more no-contact success stories. Many people write in and tell me that they really help them to stick to no contact, because when you're trying to get an ex back and you're doing no contact, you feel like you're alone. You feel like you want to break it every day. So hearing stories of other people who had success by not breaking it really gives them strength. So let's jump right into this. The first one is an email, and it says, I found your videos very helpful, and upon my boyfriend breaking up with me, I instituted the no contact rule. He texted 3 times with general, hey, hope you're doing okay texts. No questions, no message of wanting to get back together. I did not respond. So she listened to me when I said, do not respond to your ex if they don't say something substantial. And saying, hey, hope you're doing okay is not considered substantial. Continuing on, I knew we'd be seeing each other at an event almost exactly a month after we broke up, so I just worked on myself, made a commitment to look great and be cool when we'd see each other. So she took the time of no contact instead of just sitting around moping and being upset and eating, etc. She actually worked on herself so that when she did see him again, she would look a lot better and be different. The first meetup, I did not approach him. I looked amazing. Good for you. I gave a speech and he complimented me on how well I did. I played it cool the entire evening/weekend. The next night, he was texting me that he still loved me, that he'd been a jerk, not a chirk, etc. I replied, thank you for your texts, but this is a lot to think about. That's a perfect response. I wish I had thought about that. So even when your ex starts to show signs that they might be interested in getting back together, you don't want to rush in, because they might just be looking for confirmation that you're still interested, and then they'll back away. So you got to take baby steps. So by saying, I don't know, this is a lot to think about, that's perfect, because you're saying, you know, I'm not desperate to get you back. And I thought that this was over and I've moved on, and now you say you want me back. So I don't know, I got to think about this. So that's a perfect answer. A week after our meetup, he wanted to talk. He admitted he was scared and was not putting in the effort. He recommitted to us/me, and we spent an amazing weekend away, and he could not have been more loving and tender. Your videos were so helpful and instructive. Great. It was hard to not do the silly things women typically do. Well, men too, but I know what you mean. And that I thought I would do, like use logic to win him back, explain how I would change or already changed, write a letter. Ugh. If someone tells you to write a letter, watch out, because often the letter that they're telling you to write is not the right letter. There is a letter to be written. It's not to be written right away. You got to wait at least 60 days, and it's not a letter asking for them to come back or saying that you want to get back with them. That's not the letter. But that's a topic for another video. Finishing up here, she said, I just trusted what you said and it worked. Amen. Hallelujah. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. If you just follow what I say in the videos, have some faith, have some trust, there's a very good possibility you'll get your ex back. So good for her. The next one says, on day 32 of no contact, he messaged me. I'm so glad I didn't reach out to him, as other experts have said to do after 30 days. Ugh, can you imagine? You contacted him after 30 days, and meanwhile he was going to contact you after 32 days, and you would have messed up by just 2 days, so I'm glad you listened to me. You made me realize that if he wanted to get back together, he would have to be the one who made the effort, as it was him who broke up with me. Yeah, makes sense. Funny thing is that I don't even know if I want him back now, but oh boy, does it feel nice to have my power back. I will wait a few days before responding, because I need to make sure I make the right decision. And he did make me wait a few weeks before contacting me, so he can afford to wait. Exactly. As I said in the video, how to easily get your ex back. When your ex contacts you, you're under no obligation to respond right away. The normal relationship rules no longer apply once someone breaks up with you. So it's no longer considered rude to wait a day, 2 days, a week to respond. They broke up with you. Now things are on your terms. You do what you want. You respond when you want. And if you don't want to respond, you don't have to. Continuing on, I truly thought I needed him, but no contact taught me that I really don't. That's the beauty of no contact. It has benefits in two ways. One, there's a very good possibility that your ex will contact you. And two, you may realize, you know what? I don't even want them back. I know it's hard to believe that when someone first breaks up with you because you just want them back. But as time goes by and the clouds start to clear, you start to think, wait a minute, do I even want this person back? One thing's for sure, I will never beg someone to stay in my life again, like I did when he first broke up with me. There are a few things we'll have to work on in the relationship, and he has a lot of work to do on himself. So if he can't prove that he has started to make changes, then I will continue to move on. Thank you so much for making this channel. Well, thank you so much for listening. Okay, I have just a few more. Here's a short one. After 1 month of no contact and refusing to reply to his texts and calls, he has begged to talk to me today and is asking for a second chance. Oh my God. Another one, after 30 days, you see a whole new world you didn't have before, and they do come back. In this time of reflecting, don't wait to see the world. Live. They will return, but you'll see why you don't need them. My breakup was the best heartache ever. Never going back. Wow. And then one last one. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend in October and went no contact straight away. So this is someone that they did the breaking up and they used no contact. I've done this before and it worked, so I did it again with my most recent ex. I didn't unfollow my ex on social media, but I never stalked him, not even once. I muted his Instagram story and feed and never went on his profile. I did this to protect my feelings from any post that might upset me. Good for you. I somehow knew that this would work again, so I stick to no contact religiously. Long story short, my ex finally contacted me on exactly day 45, just like Lucia said. That's right. He FaceTimed me, and to be honest with you guys, I answered his call. Well, thank you for your honesty. We talked for 15 minutes. I ended the conversation, then went to no contact again because he didn't ask me out, nor did he ask to get back together. He was just asking how I was doing. This is why I tell you, don't respond when your ex calls because you don't know why they're calling. A lot of times they're just checking in to make sure you'll respond, and they use the excuse of, oh, just want to see how you're doing. Continuing on, so I went no contact again, and then guess what? What? He FaceTimed me again on exactly day 60. Boy, these guys, and girls, they check in just like clockwork between days 45 and 60 a lot of the times, as I've said before. I answered again, and we talked for an hour. He didn't ask me to get back together, but it was obvious that he missed me, although he didn't say it explicitly. The thing is, right now, I don't even know whether I want to get back together with him or not. So another one who, as time goes by, does not know whether they want to get back with the ex or not. But the point is, Lucia was right. My ex did contact me, so good luck, peeps. Yes, I was right. All right, so if you have a no contact success stories, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. If you're in no contact and are having a hard time with it and want to speak to me personally, you can sign up for coaching by going to theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.